Hi guys, so this is my first official video. Today is going to be a challenge video, and that's going to be using a full face of Jeffree Star. That means no foundation, no mascara, no fake lashes because he doesn't have that yet. I've already done my skincare, that's why my face looks very, I was going to say sweaty, but it's just very dewy at the moment. Obviously I didn't use Jeffree Star skincare because that's also not a thing yet. I'm going to use pink eyeshadows only on my eyes, but I say I'm going to use Jeffree Star palettes, but I've also got the Morphe one that I want to use, the Morphe X Jeffree Star palette. And also today I'm only going to be using the Jeffree Star mirrors and only Jeffree Star brushes. So most of my Jeffree Star brushes need cleaning, but I'm going to make do with what I have at the moment. It's going to be Morphe X Jeffree Star and Jeffree Star Cosmetics products only. First, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star concealers, the Magic Star Concealer, as a foundation, as a base, because he doesn't have a foundation yet. So I'm going to be using the shades C3 and C13 because I'm a pale bitch. So also I forgot to mention, while I'm also doing my makeup, there's a couple questions that people were asking me on Instagram. There's like a kind of get to know me sort of thing. It's like a process in this video. So I'm just going to answer those questions as I go as well. So I'm just going to be using the shade C3 as my light to highlight my face. The first question that I have, what made you want to get into makeup? Well, I've always really had some sort of passion for makeup, or like even just the creative, like artistic side of things. I've just always been into art. So to portray my art, I now do makeup instead of just doing drawings and sketches and whatever I used to do in high school. I haven't really done any of the artistic stuff on paper since I left school, and that was in 2016. We're in 2021 now, so it's been a while. Here I'm just using the shade C13 and blending that in with the shade C3 that I have in my T-zone area. If you could give any celebrity a glam makeover, who would it be and why? That's a great question. I would love to give Jeffree Star a makeover. Not that he needs it. Yeah, Jeffree Star is my biggest influence because, I mean, he came from nothing, like some celebrities do, and build their own empire, build their own company and everything. Like, I've got my own company going, Jazzy Artistry, but it's a total flop at the moment. The last client that I had was for a Year 6 formal. I did their little glam and I was so happy. Like, I only just finished my TAFE course last year, just before the peak of COVID started. Or it was when it officially was a thing. I graduated my course, and then COVID started. Like, I had one client before COVID started, and then COVID hit and I couldn't see anyone. You know, it just like felt like I just started in the industry, and now I've got to start all over again thanks to COVID. And why? Yeah, Jeffree Star's just been a biggest influence. I love his products and I love his story. The fact that he doesn't give a shit about what people think, I love that even more. Next question, where do you see yourself in 10 years time? Hopefully getting more clients. Or no, in all seriousness, hopefully I see myself, or hopefully I'll be my own company will be increased. Like, I'll be recognized, meet people that have influenced me majorly in the makeup community, in industry I should say. Yeah, just get more clients, take my business further. Anything makeup related, hopefully I'm there. Hopefully I haven't just given up and just not working at Macca's, hopefully. Hopefully I'm still motivated with makeup and I haven't let my personal life, my personal little matters, or let people get to me. 10 years time, a lot further than what I'm at now. So here I'm just applying the Jeffree Star translucent powder under my eyes, on my chin and my forehead. I'm just placing that in those areas just to prevent any creasing, and on my forehead I'm placing it there just so it gives it a matte finish and I don't have a shiny forehead. Oh my god, what have I got to do for brows? I usually use a brow gel. I'm just gonna have to use a powder, and I don't like using powders on my eyebrows. So now, as my contour slash bronzer, I can't even talk. Contour slash bronzer, I know there's not the same things, but I'm going to be using the Magic Star concealer in the shade C19. And it's been a long time since I've applied a cream contour. Usually I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit palette. I'm so used to using that, so we'll see how this goes, I guess. Here I'm just applying my contour shade with a flat packing brush. I'm just using a couple dots on each side so it's not too dark and doesn't go too patchy. And I'm just buffing that out with a Morphe X Jeffree Star buffing brush. Here I'm just placing the contour shade onto the sides of my forehead to give that desired face shape that I would like. So now I'm just going to use the 24 Karat Skin Frost palette. I'm just going to use this shade right here. I know this is a Jeffree Star palette, but come on. What else was I expecting? It's Jeffree Star. Of course we're going to have a blinding highlighter. So now I'm just going to go in and do my eyeshadow. I should figure out what I'm going to do with my brows first, because I've got no idea what I'm going to do there. Oh, I'm just going to use the Orgy palette. Duh. I use like Vera. I could have used this for a powder contour. Oh well, I think I'm going to use Booty Trap, this shade here. It might be a bit too dark, maybe this one. Oh, that's what I was meant to be tapping on, that shade. I'm going to use that shade, maybe mixed with Craving Chocolate for my eyebrows. I mean, it's a bit dark. So next I'm going to use the Morphe X Jeffree Star palette. I'm going to use the shade Self-Made in Pink Fleet. Okay, so I'm going to use these two shades. I'm just going to pack this first shade on, then smoke it out. Now I'm just blurring that shade up further into the crease, smoking it out with a blending brush. Okay, so I'm just going to use that purple shade here with the brush that I just used. Now I'm just applying the shade Pink Fleet, and I'm adding that on top of the shade that we just used, and I'm blurring it out, like blending it together and then blurring it out even further into the crease up towards the brow. Okay, now I'm just going to use the shade Cavity from the Blood Sugar palette. I'm going to go in with a different brush. With the shade Cavity, I'm just adding that on top of the Pink Fleet shade, pulling it up towards the brow as a transition shade. After using the shade Cavity, I'm now going back in with the shade Self-Made from the Morphe palette, just to brighten up the look a little bit more. I thought I just got eyeshadow on the jumper. Now I'm going to go in with the Jawbreaker palette. I'm going to use the shade Bubblegum. So I'm just using this final shade, Bubblegum, to really bring the whole look together, to fade it out towards the brow, so it's not just ending on one bright pink thick colour, it's going to gradually change and lighten a bit. Now I kind of want to bring it up further, but I did that with my last look that I posted, So I think I'm just going to leave this look the way it is, just as a crisp wing. I'm not sure. At this point, I obviously did change my mind, and I'm just taking it up past the brow in smooth sweeping motions, just to give it more of a fading effect up towards the hairline. Next, I'm just removing the tape from the eye, and then I'm eventually going to go in with a concealer to sharpen up the wing even more and fade out the concealer line a bit and replace the concealer that has been taken off with the tape. Now that I've gone back in with the concealer, I'm just going to touch up the highlighter, just in case. I'm going to go in with the blush. Just going to use the shade Bubblegum as a blush. I can't tell if I'm getting anything because the brushes are pink, but I only want it to be subtle, so I'm not going to use a lot. I've taken it way too far in the inner corner, but I'll fix it up. So here I'm just applying a little bit of concealer on the inner corner to kind of fade out the pink a little bit so it's not just chunky in the inner corner, and just to take it in towards the eye a little bit more. Yeah, that'll do. Here I'm just applying the shade Pink Fleet in the waterline and then blurring it out with a blending brush so it's not just one straight line under the waterline, it's blurred out a little bit. And I think the colour in the waterline really makes the whole eye look a lot better. Next, I'm just using my pinky to apply the shade 2. It's a pink shimmer shade from the Morphe X Jeffree Star palette. I did stuff it up, and I did do it behind my palette for a while, so I don't think you really get to see it, but you will get to see it after. I'm just going to use the shade Welcome, I think, as my inner corner. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Should plop that right in there. Could have even used that as a highlighter. I can't think of all these things after I've already done it. After highlighting my inner corner, I'm now taking some highlighter and applying it to my brow bone. Mascara. Now, for mascara, we are going to use a lipstick shade, which is shade Weirdo. I'm just going to put this on my palette, and then I'm going to brush it through my lashes. I'm just going to use the stuff that I use for the bristle that I use for my brows. Sorry that it's difficult to see, but I'm applying the shade Weirdo to my lashes with the mascara spoolie side of the eyebrow brush. It did not go so well, so I ended up using a flat packing brush to apply it instead, and it was a lot easier. Okay, so now that I've finished the mascara, I'm just going to go with the lips. To finish off the look, I'm using the gloss called Body Count, and I'm applying that with a brush. Just going to use the Morphe X Jeffree Star setting spray. Okay, so this is the finished look. Not sure if I'm happy with it or not. I might need to do a few touch-ups after I finish the video, because I've still got to take pictures. I'm going to put my hair extension in, but yeah, this is the full face using only Jeffree Star products. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you hopefully in my next video. Bye!